Could a young man from a modest town in Burkina Faso reimagine the future of an entire nation? Ibrahim Traore, a figure both celebrated and criticized, has ascended to a pivotal role at a remarkably young age, promising to reshape Burkina Faso's trajectory.
Increasing the cost of electricity. It will increase again. This teaches us several lessons. Several lessons in the sense that independence, which we advocate, the sovereignty that we take, we must do everything to make it be. They gave us some very good lessons, and we understood very well. Some have closed their doors, which, by the way, goes against all international texts because you cannot close the doors to a landlocked country. They did it. They violated the texts. The international community has not said a word. Nobody talked about ECOWAS. But in the ports, we do not transit our goods for free. We pay. And the countries that are doing that are reaping the broken pots today. And I think it's a lesson for them too, that they should not always apply the instructions of their masters. They need to understand this forever. ECOWAS has never issued a statement to congratulate a victory of our armies. Hardly. It even condemns with the tip of its lips, and very rarely when there are massacres.
Born into a humble family on March 14, 1988, in the small town of Kira, Bondokui, Mohun province in western Burkina Faso. Ibrahim Traore spent his formative years in Kira, Bondokui, Mohun province. After completing his primary education in Bondokui, he attended high school in Bobo Dioulasso. In 2006, young Traore pursued a degree in geology at the University of Ouagadougou. Throughout his academic journey, he actively engaged in extracurricular activities, being a member of both the Association of Muslim Students and the Marxist Association Nationale des Étudiants du Burkina, ANEB. Within ANEB, he demonstrated leadership qualities, eventually ascending to the role of delegate, where he gained recognition for his staunch advocacy on behalf of his fellow classmates during conflicts. Upon completion of his studies, he graduated from the university with distinction. In 2009, Traore enlisted in the Army of Burkina Faso, undergoing training at the Georges Namoano Military Academy. Following specialized anti-aircraft training in Morocco, he was assigned to an infantry unit based in Kaya, situated in the northern region of Burkina Faso. Rising through the ranks, he attained the rank of lieutenant in 2014. Traore's commitment transcended borders as he joined MINUSMA, a UN peacekeeping force in Mali. Praised for his bravery during rebel attacks in the Tombouctou region in 2018, he later returned to Burkina Faso, actively participating in counterinsurgency efforts against the escalating jihadist threat. Traore was crucial in battles like the Djibo conflict and the Otapuanu offensive in 2019, helping fight against rebels in the north. In 2020, he was promoted to captain because of his hard work and leadership. But he started feeling disappointed when he saw that soldiers didn't have enough gear while politicians were accused of taking bribes. Traore spoke up for unhappy soldiers in the north, expressing their anger towards the government. During his military period, his colleagues describe him as a leader who led by example, often placing himself in the thick of challenges. Traore rose to power through his involvement in the January 2022 coup in Burkina Faso. which led to the patriotic movement for safeguard and restoration taking control of the country's military. From March 2022, he led an artillery group in Kaya. There's a debate about whether he was ever part of the Cobra Special Forces, a unit formed in 2019 to fight terrorism. Some sources say he was, but Jeune Afrique magazine says he wasn't. Many people who supported the January coup got unhappy with the leader of the military group, Paul-Henri Sandaogo Damiba, because he couldn't stop the terrorist attacks. Traore said he and others tried to get Damiba to focus on fighting the rebels, but they ended up overthrowing him because he was more interested in other things. The unhappiness was strongest among younger officers fighting on the front lines. Also, soldiers in the Cobra unit weren't getting paid on time. When Traore led the coup on September 30th, he was still a captain. The operation had support from the Cobra unit. Right after the coup, Traore declared himself the new leader of the patriotic movement for safeguard and restoration. On October 6th, he became the interim president, promising to hold democratic elections in July 2024. Traore didn't just promise change, he actively began restructuring the political landscape of Burkina Faso to pave the way for long-term improvements. Since taking office, President Traore has focused on transparency and tackling corruption, which he views as vital to restoring faith in the government. His administration has initiated several high-profile legal proceedings against former officials, signaling a strong stance against graft. This approach has restored some degree of public trust and garnered cautious optimism from international observers. In addition to anti-corruption measures, his policy initiatives have concentrated on economic revitalization and security reforms. Understanding that stability in Burkina Faso is precarious, he has prioritized strengthening the military and police forces to combat both internal insurgencies and external threats effectively. Moreover, Traore has been particularly vocal about youth empowerment, advocating for policies that provide young people with opportunities for education and employment. His personal story resonates deeply with this demographic, making him a popular figure among the nation's youth. Under Traore's leadership, the gold and mining sector in Burkina Faso has seen significant policy shifts aimed at increasing national benefit. Recognizing the sector's potential to boost the economy, he has implemented regulations to ensure that mining proceeds support local communities and contribute to national development. These changes include stricter environmental standards and greater transparency in the licensing process, which have been welcomed by environmental groups and have fostered a more sustainable approach to mining. Additionally, the government has increased its stake in several major projects, ensuring that a larger share of the profits stays within the country. Traore's strategy extends beyond economic measures. It also encompasses social aspects, aiming to improve the living standards of those residing in mining areas. By addressing both economic and social factors, Traore seeks to build a more equitable and prosperous Burkina Faso. The future of Burkina Faso under Ibrahim Traore's leadership holds both promise and challenges. His meteoric rise and bold initiatives have sparked hope in a country longing for stability and progress. However, the road ahead is fraught with challenges, from internal dissent to regional instability. Traore's ability to navigate these challenges, uphold his commitments to reform, and maintain the delicate balance of power will be crucial in determining his success or failure. As Burkina Faso stands at this crossroad, the actions of this young leader will undoubtedly shape the nation's destiny for generations to come. His story is not merely about personal ambition, but about a profound responsibility towards an entire nation. As the world watches, Ibrahim Traore continues to craft his legacy, one decision at a time. Please subscribe to our channel, like our video, and be a catalyst for meaningful impact. Together, we can make a difference. One story at a time. Love you all.